Today we're at the beautiful Soleil at Belmont Park, which is a luxury 55 and older community here in Canton, Georgia. And what I want to do today is show you a little bit around this amazing community. I want to show you their gorgeous amenities that are being built. I want to show you what the beautiful land lots look like. And of course, I'm going to walk you through two of their gorgeous model houses and give you all the pricing and all the information that you will need to see if this is the right retirement destination for you. So we've got a lot to cover. Let's get started. Okay, so now we're going to go check out the Pearson. And the Pearson is one of my favorite floor plans. I really love the layout. Got a nice front porch here. Okay. So as usual, you've got your tray ceiling in the foyer. And directly to your left, you have a nice sized den. Steady area. And then to the right, you have a formal dining room space with a tray ceiling like that. And then we follow through, approaching the main part of the house. And through here, you have a coat closet and your powder room. And I like that this powder room is a good size. So it's not cramped like you see a lot of these. You have plenty of standing space in here. And then here we go. Look at this. I love these big open spaces like this. I think it's so pretty. Every time I come in here, I can imagine myself living here because it's so pretty. I think what does it for me is this kitchen. It's literally the center of everything. I like how you can seat on 3 sides there. You can easily fit 4 seats there. And just look at the size of this kitchen. It's so pretty, and it's the centerpiece of this room. Actually, I don't even know because this is also gorgeous. I love the fireplace here. And you still have your casual dining area right off of the kitchen. So if you want to eat and watch TV, you're set. I love this big island. Look at that. And they did quartz countertops on the island. And they chose a stainless farmhouse sink, which I like. And then this is your view if you're standing at this kitchen sink. There's so many options when you go to the design center. There's so many beautiful options for backsplash tile and quartz countertops. All of your appliances are there. I like how they have added so many drawers to the base cabinets here because drawers are just so much more functional. And then you take it up to the top there and you've got your decorative glass cabinet doors. And I like the pendants here. So pretty. And when you hire me or when you choose to use me as your realtor, the community actually pays for my compensation. So it doesn't cost you personally anything, but I help you through this entire process of designing this house. We go to the design center together and I make sure that you are, putting your money in the best places possible and that your house ends up looking as beautiful as these model houses here. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. But check out this fireplace. I love the shiplap, the dark shiplap. So pretty. Lots of light. Look at these tall ceilings. I just really like the layout here. And then I also like that they have the seating. This little sunroom right here because it makes for a nice little secondary office or sunroom or whatever. They staged it to have a small television here. And I want to show you the backyard because this is part of what makes this neighborhood so special. It's set on 450 acres of nature preserve. So a lot of the backyards back up to these woods. Look how gorgeous this is. It is so pretty back here. Oh my goodness. My client's backyard looks just like this. It is so nice. And I like how they have the covered back porches. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so now before I show you behind those doors, I want to take you to see the butler's pantry, which they kind of set it up as a little cocktail area. I love it. Mix a drink there, have a glass of wine. You can put a beverage cooler down here if you want. And then this is your pantry, and it's a good size. It's walk-in, and they finished it out. And then you can access the dining room right here and your kitchen. Very simple. Okay, so before I take you to the side where the master is, I'm going to take you through here. And so here is your drop zone. And you come in or you enter through the garage right there. So as you enter, you have access to a coat closet. You have access to your second floor if you choose to add one. And then you have your laundry room right here and your drop zone or your mud bench. Now, this is your laundry room. It's a good size. It really is. You've got your sink there. You've got tons of cabinetry and even a little spot for your animal and some closet space. Now, I want to take you upstairs because this is the only model that has a second floor finished. So what do you see what this looks like?
Real quick, before we move on, I just wanted to give you this free QR code right here. So go ahead and scan it and it'll take you straight to my free new website, which trust me is a total game changer if you're thinking about retiring here in Georgia. You're gonna love it because it's got Atlanta's only interactive real estate map with all of our top 55 and better communities. So you can go in and you can explore the different neighborhoods, check out the different homes for sale, and even pull up every video that I've ever filmed in those communities. And you guys already know, I do tons of model house tours. I do tours of the amenities. I do aerial tours with my drone, all kinds of fun stuff. Plus, you can grab my free relocation guide packed with super valuable information to help you make a smooth transition here to Georgia. So if a new home in one of our beautiful luxury 55 and older communities is on your wish list, then this is hands down the best resource out there to help you find the perfect neighborhood so that you can start living the retirement lifestyle of your dreams. Oh, and if you're watching on your phone and can't scan the code, no worries. I'm going to drop the link in the description so that you can check it out after the video. All right, let's keep going because we've got a lot more to see.
So they just made this into like a little lounging area, but I can see this being a perfect spot for grandkids or a movie room, or if you're still working from home, possibly another office space. And then through here is just some unfinished closet space and storage space there. So depending on your needs, if that's something you have to have, or if you could just, do without that second floor, it'll save you some money. Okay, so now we're going to check out the other side here. So on to the left of the kitchen, they have this barn door here, which I think is really cool. And go in, you have another closet, and you have a guest bedroom. And I think this is really nice because inside the guest bedroom, you have a full bathroom. And I know that guests, they love to have a private bathroom. And they kept the tub here, which would be good for grandkids, but they did tile to the ceiling, which looks nice. Nice vanity. And then you also have a nice size walk-in closet. Now, one thing to note, yes, the guest bedroom is on the same side of the house as the master, but you do not share a wall. So you come through here to get to the master, and your bed is all the way over here. So you're on a completely different wall. You know, you're not butting up to each other, which I think is good. Again, you have that big tray ceiling. They did the bump out here for the seating area, and you're, overlooking your private backyard. So it's really beautiful. Yeah, I really, really like this floor plan. Now let's see the bathroom. There you go. So you've got his and her vanities there. You've got a full, you have a linen closet here. The water closet is through there, and then you have a finished closet. And there's still a very nice sized shower, frameless shower door. Got the transom window up there. So plenty of floor space in this bathroom. And there you go. So what do you think? I love this floor plan. Perfect, entertaining floor plan. Okay, so that was the Pearson, and I thought it was a great floor plan. Let's talk a little bit about what it has. For one, it has 2 bedrooms. It has 2.5 bathrooms. It has a study, a casual breakfast room. It has a formal dining room. It has a covered front porch. It has a covered back porch and that sunroom right there. So yeah, this has a really nice structure to it. It has a total of 2,396 square feet, which is very nice. And the base price for this house is $556,900. So $556,900 for this particular house, and that is the base price. And of course, from there, you're going to add your structural upgrades, you're going to add your lot premium, and lots here range anywhere from about $50,000 to like $90,000, depending on how big they are and, if they back up to the nature preserve and things like that. And then of course, whatever it is that you spend in the design center. And the design center is gonna run you about 15% of the base price. So expect to pay that in the design center. But now let's go on to the next model. It's another beauty, so I think you're gonna love it. Let's go check it out. All right, so now let's check out the Westin. This is one of my favorite exterior elevations. I just think it's so pretty. I love the arch as you enter here. And then I also really like this porch with the double doors here. I think it's very pretty. Okay, so now let's check out the inside. So right away, you notice that you have your tray ceiling, which is very pretty. And they actually did a barn door here, which is kind of a cool idea because this is kind of your guest quarters. So you can close this off and give your guests a really private area. And it works well if you have like your kids coming to visit you. So you can have, your adult room right here. It's a good size. And then you also have a full bathroom, and they have upgraded to the frameless shower door, and they did tile to the ceiling, a beautiful quartz countertop. maybe pretty tile, and there is a linen closet. And then still within the same part of the house, you have your second guest bedroom, which would be perfect for the grandkids right here. So it's a nice size. So yeah, you have 2 bedrooms, a full bathroom right through that barn door, kind of like your guest suites. And then through here, you have a big formal dining room. And I like having those double doors right there heading to the front porch. It's really pretty. And then through here, you take a left, you have a coat closet, and then you have your powder room. And it has a window, functioning window in there. So now we're entering into the main living space, and it's great. I think it's so nice and open, so pretty. So to the left, you've got this massive kitchen. And again, they've done this where you can extend your cabinetry along the wall there, and it just gives the illusion of having this like enormous kitchen. And then you have a good size, it's like an 8-foot island here, seats 4. And I like how they have this set up too. So you have the double ovens, and you have a under-the-counter microwave there, and a perfect spot to have your juicing or your coffee. You can see the views from here. Got a big island. Another area here, maybe for also coffee or juicing. And then you've got a nice pantry, and they built this out. Very good. Now, just so you can kind of appreciate how long this countertop is, check this out. Wow. And if this is the same situation, and most likely is probably an additional cost to add the last few feet of countertop and cabinetry there, but I think it's well worth it. I really, really like it. I like how they did the beverage center there. It's just perfect for a buffet, you know, if you're having guests. I love it. And then here they did a gas cooktop, and I like how they do the drawers underneath the cooktop, because for me, I like to be able to pull out a pan and bam, put it on the stovetop. It makes it easier to grab what you need when you need it in a pinch. And that's very nice. And this is your view to the living room. If you're here washing dishes, and they did a standard stainless steel basin, and you have your dishwasher to the left. And then this is your casual eating area. Seats easily, seats 6. Lots of beautiful light coming through here. And then you have a covered porch. The fact that this house is on or this community is on a nature preserve is so nice, because you have a lot of land lots that back up to woods. And I think that's great. And then you've got this big open living room. You have a nice, comfortable sectional space there, sliding doors. And they did a stone fireplace. Very cozy with a built-in and some exposed or open shelving here. Okay, so now let's see what's through here. So if we take a right, this would be how you enter from the garage. So right through the garage, you have your laundry room, space for plenty of cabinetry, a sink, and this would be an upgraded sink. And then you have a small den here. And this is definitely a den or a craft room or something like that, because there is no closet in here, so it wouldn't count as a bedroom. But it already had 2 guest bedrooms, so you still have a 3-bedroom here. This is the biggest floor plan that this community has. And then look at this. This is a massive. This bedroom is massive. It really is. So you've got a king-size bed, 2 end tables. They decided to kick out this area again for a seating area. But look at this, though. I mean, look how far away you are from the dresser. That's a lot of space. That very big bedroom. So if you like big bedrooms, this is a definite contender. And then you also have a big bathroom. Check this out. Wow. So you've got a long vanity through here. And you got the water closet through there. They did really nice quartz countertops with square sinks. And then check out the size of this shower. Now, I love these showers, and I like how you can turn this on from here and wait for it to get warm before having to go in there. That's always something I look for. They have a rain shower head coming from the ceiling, and you've got your hardware here. Notice this has a nice long hose here so that you can sit on the bench and use the hose. So I think that's really, really pretty. And you have a niche right there. Isn't that pretty? And then it also has a linen closet. And this is the master closet. So this is definitely a beautiful master retreat for sure. So this is your Westin. What do you think? Okay, so there you have it, the Westin, which is their largest plan, the largest plan here at Soleil. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. It has a study, a casual breakfast room, in addition to a formal dining room. It has that beautiful covered front porch and a covered patio in the back. The square footage starts at 2,800 square feet, which is pretty large. And the base price is $603,900. So of course, like I mentioned before, you're going to take your base price, you're going to add your structural upgrades like your fireplace, like that kickout I showed you in the master, that sort of thing. You're also going to add your lot premium, anywhere from $50,000, $60,000, all the way to $90,000, $100,000. And then you're going to go to the design center where you can expect to spend 15 to 20% of the base price. So you may spend anywhere from $80,000 all the way up to like $120,000 in the design center. And it just depends on how crazy you want to get. You know, if you go crazy and you get everything, you can get up there in price. But honestly, that is where the real magic happens in these houses. If you were to skip the design center altogether, the house would probably not come out looking anything like this, honestly. It's all those extra touches and custom touches and feels that, you know, really make this house so special. So, you know, definitely plan to spend some money in the design center. So I know that I just threw a lot of numbers at you and it can be overwhelming, but I just want you to know that I specialize in helping people who are relocating to Georgia find the community that is going to give them the lifestyle that they want in their retirement. So give me a call, shoot me a text. All my contact information is going to be linked in this video. So I would love to help you, you know, find the perfect community for you, help you choose a floor plan, help you choose a lot, help you through the design center, and the entire construction process to make this as seamless as possible. So for now, there's a lot more to see, so let's go check it out. So I wanted to take you over to the amenities, and I apologize for all the construction noise. There's still a lot of construction going on here. They're set to open early summer, so that'll be really exciting, and I'll come back and I'll give you another tour at that time. But right now, you can tell that there is going to be this massive clubhouse. It's going to be 10,000 square feet. And in the clubhouse, they're going to have some really cool things like a cocktail lounge. It will have their full-time activities director. There will be a coffee shop, a post office, super convenient. So that's really nice. The pool is going to be awesome. There's going to be lawn games, waterfalls, sprinklers, things like that. So much to do here. It's going to feel like you're on vacation all the time if you live here. I'm kind of jealous. But on top of that, you've got other things that are included in your HOA. Now, your HOA costs are $320 per month. And what you get for that is all of your lawn service. You get for your private house, but also the community, the common grounds. And then you also have a gated and manned entrance, so you're paying for that security. And you also have your basic cable and your security system. So your individual home security is covered in that fee. So lots of things that is covered. There's a whole list. There's more that I'm not even mentioning. But if you have any questions, give me a call, and I'll be sure to bring you back here when it's all done, because it is going to be spectacular. So what did you think about this community? I thought it was great. This is one of my favorite 55 and older communities here in Georgia. And there's so many reasons why I love it. I think number one, I'm super excited to see how those amenities turn out. It's already shaping out to be out of this world gorgeous. And they'll be ready by this summer, so that's really exciting. I love the fact that it's built on this nature preserve, so everywhere you look, you're just looking at beautiful green spaces, lots of trees. And then of course, I just like the layout and the quality and construction of the actual homes here. So it really has a lot of things going for it. Now, I specialize in helping people who are looking to retire in Georgia identify the perfect 55 and older community that's going to fit your ideal retirement lifestyle. So if you're thinking about making that move, give me a call, shoot me a text. I'm your girl. I'm here to help. I will help you not only identify the community, but help you choose your land lot, help you choose your floor plan, your options. I'll help you in the design center, and I'll help you through the entire construction process. So you're not having to drive back and forth or fly back and forth for every step of the way. I'm your eyes and ears here in Georgia. This is what I love to do. I have a lot of experience and I'd love to help. So give me a call, shoot me a text. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, y'all.